I love the Batman 2022 with Robert Pattinson, Colin Farrell. Yeah, Colin Farrell. I believe that's who played the Penguin. Zoe, can't remember her last name. And then the dude who played Carmine Falcone, who's also one of my favorite characters in The Severance. I love it so much. I think the darker, grittier Gotham works so well in live action. The use of not an actual drug, but a drug substitute like drops also works great. Because that way you don't have a Wolf of Wall Street situation where, they're sniffing so much fake cocaine, the health issues come even though they're sniffing fake cocaine, right? Like, with eye drops, at least, the actual actors are just using eye drops. And hopefully they're not using too many, because I know if you overuse eye drops, that can be bad. But drops being, the main drug, and then later in The Penguin, it changing to this red rock called Bliss. So good, amazing. I love it so much. The Penguin feels, especially in his show, but you see it in the movie as well. You see he is this kind of almost underdog figure of a bad guy who no one takes him seriously. And I think if he shows up in the second movie, he's going to have so much more respect, and you will see a dramatic shift in his personality. I think it's awesome. I think it's so good. What else? Obviously, Robert Pattinson as Batman I thought was fantastic. The look of the Batsuit and having the chest symbol be the Batarang is so just fun. It's like you're looking at the Batarang the entire movie and you only know its usefulness the very end. So cool. And then the fleshing out of Gotham's crime family on the big screen, where you clearly show Falcone and the Falcone crime family, and then you also on the other side, during the Penguin show especially, show off the Maroni crime family. It's just so cool. One of my favorite Batman books, which I'll probably talk about, is The Long Halloween. The Long Halloween is my favorite Batman comic book of all time. I think it shows off, well, I guess the Long Halloween saga with Dark Victory, and then the prelude to it as well, I really like. I think they add a ton to it. I think the art in both of them are amazing. Now, I'll talk about that in that video. But taking these inspirations off of The Long Halloween and then Batman Year One, and I'm sure a couple more that I'm just instantly forgetting right now, it did it perfectly. And then remixing the Riddler, Paul Dano, I love him as an actor so much. He's great in There Will Be Blood. It's hard to shine in a movie when Daniel Day-Lewis is in it, and somehow Paul Dano shines almost as much as Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, and I think that energy he brought to There Will Be Blood shows, his passion really shows in the Riddler. It's clear that he cares about the character, and I've seen the movie a ton of times, the Batman specifically, and I remember the one time I watched it with the director's commentary, I'd play a YouTube video while also playing the Blu-ray at the same time. It was a little weird, but whatever. Do not make director commentaries exclusive to Apple TV. I'm pissed about that, but whatever. I remember watching the director's commentary of the movie and him talking about the idea of putting saran wrap around your head so he didn't get his hair anywhere on the crime scene. That was Paul Dano's idea. I love Paul Dano. He's so great. I love him as an actor. I love Robert Pattinson as an actor. I've seen a ton of movies of his. Lighthouse, Good Time, all movies that I might talk about because they're such amazing films. Especially Mickey 17. That's just fun. That's just a fun movie. What else? What else? What else? The Alfred, Andy Serkis. Oh, he's amazing as well. Those, like, the glasses he puts on to read the thing, it fits him so much. And then the moment between them at the hospital where, like, it suddenly realizes the risk he has put onto Alfred almost by being so close to him, and maybe not the risk. He has not appreciated Alfred even close to the amount he should have. It's a very common thing in a lot of Batman properties, and I think they did it really well here. I haven't seen many other Matt Reeves movies. I've heard very good things from them, but if Matt Reeves movies are just like the Batman 2022, I'm sure he's an amazing director. I think the entire story arc of him finding out that he doesn't need to be a symbol of vengeance, which of course, that's like the entire story. I'm not talking about anything new here. I don't think any of these videos I'm talking about anything new. But the story of vengeance behind the Batman, and then it turns into this, no, you have to truly be a symbol of hope, because if you keep going down the route the city will not just be in ruin, because it already is. It will be in more ruin and almost unredeemable. I think the Batman Part 2 has so much potential. I think it's going to be so good. I don't even know what I want from it. Like, I would love if they did a Dark Victory Robin situation. And in the same side of the coin, if they don't, I'm okay with that. Because I think they could, as much as I want a Robin to tie down the story, so you can have Batman be the super serious person, but have Robin be lighthearted, I think that'd be awesome. I think that could work. I do want that. But if they don't do it, I think we've all heard a million reasons why. But I liked it a lot. The Batman 2022, amazing film, 5 out of 5. I have a Letterboxd, so if you guys want to follow that, do so. Please. Final thoughts about the Batman. Anything I can think of. Rapid fire. Boom, 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 boom. Can't think of anything off rip. Oh, final thing. That car scene rips. It rips hard. The starting of the Batmobile being this low grumble to monstrous roar, to of course the later in that scene when he jumps through the flames, it makes my heart beat 1,000,000 miles an hour. I love the Batman so much, and I think that's pretty much it. See ya.